goes around just comes around. What 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 goes around just comes around.
What's up, bitches? Yes, it's Friday.
Three soldiers.
What? Here comes three soldiers. That's right. Juggernauts in action as we bring you another edition of Epileptic Gaming. It is episode 183, and happy to be here, guys.
Dude, 183 episodes.
That number's just insane.
And it keeps climbing, and it keeps getting scarier and scarier. But eventually, we're gonna hit that 200 mark, and God, you know, before we know it, we'll be celebrating like the 10-year anniversary, and man,
Scary.
yeah,
Scary.
and I'll have plenty of Kleenex for you when we get to that point. But welcome to Epileptic Gaming, the best fucking video game show ever, of course, self-proclaimed. And you can find us on djWHEAT.tv. I am djWHEAT, and joining me, as always, my two infamous co-hosts. We've got Force 519 Detman right next to me. 519 is actually
Got
his
1
middle
week
name.
left, dude. 1 week.
1
1 week
week?
of summer left. I'm so
Yeah,
sad.
that's awesome.
Oh,
dude, and
yeah,
then you go back
thanks.
to work.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Gotta
welcome-
go back to the real world.
Yes, welcome back to the real world, because honestly, dude, not only have I been incredibly jealous of you having all of this extra time to play games, but now you're going to be back on my level. You're going to have to play on my schedules as well. And
Now I'll be reviewing
like
like 1 game a week instead of 4.
Yeah, yeah. So that is a bummer. That is a bummer. But welcome back to the real world. Of course, nice guy Ed over there.
Hey, what up?
He's
up?
never been part of the real world.
It's Marvel, baby.
Actually, you know, I've been
I don't know if you saw
I've
Ed's
been busy
shirt, but-
working all week during the day instead of playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And not golf?
Well, I did golf. I got up and I
As long as you
golfed.
got time for golf.
I got up and golfed at 8 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
After getting off work
Bastard.
Wednesday at 2 in the morning, and I went golfing at 8
Wow.
in the morning.
That takes dedication, dude. I don't
And
know if I
then
could get him
I
to play a
went
game with that
and
little.
Laid cement and carried lumber. I've been helping a friend of mine build.
Ed's a
new-
worker.
Right, I did. I'm
Good
calling you.
spot.
I'm like, are you playing Marvel? Are you playing Marvel? And you're like, dude, I'm like building shit.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
laying cement and framing some set. Hidden talents. There are things I
Hidden
do that you
talents
guys
indeed.
aren't aware of. So.
Oh,
I won't
yeah.
deny him that claim.
I'm not going to ask him what the other things are, because I know he also has a Prince Albert.
So I said I'm not going to deny it. I just don't want him to go
like,
on
he's
into more
going to be
detail.
like, oh, yeah, you guys didn't know I could pick up 300 pounds with my cock? We're going to show you next show, 184. Be there.
Did you see the Kotaku article about the woman who hit on a kid, like bought him an Xbox
Yeah,
Live camera?
vision camera.
Yeah, and during the article, they were like, anyone who's played
Dude,
for an hour has
can
seen
I-
all the penises. I've
Okay,
never
yeah,
seen
they're
a
like-
penis in
they're like,
all my
dude,
Uno games.
No, yeah, there's definitely some dick flashing going on.
So
at
some
Uno.
lady-
I
you?
think they started cracking down at the very beginning when Uno came out. Absolutely, I saw a dick flash.
So
No
some
kidding. Yeah.
lady
Wow.
bought a kid.
A camera, right? This
So,
like,
so they could have Xbox Live.
yeah, yeah. So they
Virtual
could
sex.
virtual
Some
sex.
32-year-old woman and a 16-year-old boy.
Dude, was she hot?
Well, I don't
wasn't
think they
ugly.
really showed pictures of
Yeah,
her.
they showed one picture of her
Yeah.
getting hauled off.
She wasn't
My
wasn't
question
ugly.
is this, right?
If you were 16, you'd be like, hell
If
yeah.
you're-
dude.
well,
Hell
She-
yeah.
what-
He was like, I
He's
can't
like,
afford
dude,
the camera.
Fuck the camera.
you know what? That's
Come
the funny
over and
part
let's
is
do the
like,
real thing.
He
Wait,
said he
wait,
can't
wait.
afford the camera, and you can get like, you know, you're in the movies for $20 with the free camera.
That-
like that's
yeah.
bullshit.
What? She was 34, right? 34.
I said 32.
and he
might
was
have been
16, dude.
It was
He
like,
was
right.
like, dude, this chick's going to break me off something proper.
dude.
No, the fact that he said I
I
can't
don't
afford
know
the
how that
camera,
works.
I would have been scraping every dime running to the store
Why, dude?
buying
So you
2
could have
cameras.
virtual sex with the chick?
I
Fuck
think
that.
that-
Hell yeah.
I'd be like,
That-
save the camera, buy a fucking 6-pack, and let's fucking do this
Well,
thing.
I mean, that's
You
the
know what
thing
I'm
too. Like a
saying?
34-year-old
Are
woman.
they like states away?
Well, a 34-year-old woman who's obviously like ready to give it up, right? If she's going after a 15-year-old on Xbox Live, I mean, she can't just like go out to a bar and pick
That's what
up
I
a
would-
random
that's what I
guy.
said,
and,
like,
like, you know?
She wasn't hideous looking.
You
She
know
could have
what?
gone to a bar and gotten some
I don't-
straight.
I don't
you know
get
who
it.
she probably is going to get visited by soon?
Chris Hansen.
I think so.
He might.
Dude. I think.
Dude.
I just hope we don't find out that she was a
I'm Chris
school
Hansen
teacher.
with
It seems like
Dateline
every time
NBC.
something bad happens, find out they were a school teacher.
Watch out! It's Chris Hansen. Man, Wouldn't you fucking be scared, Ed, if Chris Hansen was a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 character?
I know.
He'd have a fucking
What would his
awesome.
super be?
His
Just
super?
Like a bunch of
This-
cameramen
no,
would come
no,
out.
He'd
no.
be upset with some of the kids
That would
in
be
the game.
actually that'd be one. The other one would be like, I've got this chat log here, and all this fucking paper drops on him. Be like,
That would be awesome.
Hyper delay combo into some fucking other shit.
Or he opens up a door and like a bunch of police rush in and like slam him to the ground.
I
Good game.
I know that I've started playing a game that like I'm not going to be able to put down for a while when I start like, humming the music and dreaming about it and stupid shit like
You're
that.
humming the music, dude.
How do you
How do you even hear the music?
I can't get Marvel out of my fucking head right now.
Dude, you're going crazy with Marvel. You're gay for Marvel.
All
You're
I gotta
totally
say
gay
is like
for Marvel,
I think
dude.
I'm rediscovering my love for fighting games in like a major way.
Good.
And they're like
good. I'm glad. I'm
dumping
glad
all
I can
this shit.
finally,
I can't believe we've had 4 major
I know.
fighting games
finally
in the last past
sit
months.
and freaking play a game with you.
I know
And
because
fucking be
like
competitive. Because I cannot play first-person shooters against Wheat or Force. But Force.
you held your own
See,
back
that
in the
sucks
day.
'cause
I
I
can
can't
do.
play-
I
I
can
can't
do
play
okay, but like
fighting games
Force
against
is-
you guys.
Yeah, you're like me in the FPS. I mean, I held my own.
Oh my god,
but
that reminds me
whatever,
when we
dude.
played Quake 2 on the 360. That was fucking awesome. That was totally awesome. I love that shit.
And that's it. Like we've played first-person shooters once. We've played games like the last 40 times or fight games. Poor Force just gets his ass kicked all the time.
Yeah,
What?
dude.
No,
I
you're
gotta tell
definitely
you,
getting better.
have you played TGM yet? TGM.
Is TGM
I want
watching?
you to know something.
Uh-oh,
You
here it
should
comes.
never, ever, ever talk shit to somebody unless you know, like I know, that you can win. And dude,
Why did you just stomp him?
Uh-oh.
you were in the
Uh-oh.
channel. Remember?
I didn't know there had been
Uh-oh.
like shit talking ahead of time.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
TGM says, don't bring the fucking pain on yourself in the Ustream chat.
That's what he said to me too, and then I freaking.
Oh, he says that was his first match in years. All
so
right.
what?
All of them.
That
I
was
didn't even
my
know a
first
single
match
move
in
either.
years too.
Let's
It
get
was
the-
not
Ed did-
Ed's. Ed was just playing it less when this show first started. All they played every weekend was Marvel vs. Capcom. when I
we
came
only
over here.
played like, I mean, we didn't.
Don't lie.
play-
It hasn't been years
No,
since you guys have
no,
played
because,
it.
dude,
the
the
only
way
reason they stopped playing it was because
No,
Street Fighter 4
because
came out.
I'll tell you the difference. When we were playing it back then, we were just playing it for fun. Now we're fucking playing to win.
Oh, and that's
Yeah,
what you were doing
dude.
before?
Now
No, we
dude,
weren't.
Now,
We weren't.
now
Before, you
I'm
were just
all
playing
about
for
dude.
fun.
It before.
I'm all about Guile's super when you're being tagged in because I just beat one of your guys and you have a sliver of health. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm trying to fucking cheese my win.
I was telling
Dude,
I was
I
telling
gotta
you when I
say-
played you, there was no I got like
I-
did not get to come up for air at all. It was just combo, 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 combo,
Although,
switch out, combo.
you know, like it's really early. I got to say, Ed had this fucking awesome game against me where my Cammy was down to just like basically super chip. You could super chip and kill her. And he somehow managed to knock out both of my characters and like all of the shit that was going on. It was like one of the fucking nicest things I had seen.
Yeah, dude, it's.
Yeah.
I love the
Love
game,
it.
and I'm glad. And we'll
Playing
talk
the shit
about
out of it.
later.
Playing
We'll
the shit
redo
out of it.
It's got some problems, but we'll get to.
We'll
that.
get to that later on. Now we're going to do what we usually do here. It's time for News of the Week. So.
Epileptic Gaming's News of the Week.
All right, well, what's on the docket tonight? Quite a bit, but first and foremost, Ed, how has your first week on the PS3 been, dude?
It's been all right.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's
I
all
mean,
right.
nothing.
Playing Metal Gear Solid.
I'm
Wait,
playing-
before you
dude.
say, I did like the fact that Force was like, you can get Fat Princess, and like I heard no hesitation when you dropped a, yeah.
Yeah, of course I'm getting
Yeah,
Fat Princess.
awesome.
Is that a no-brainer?
That's a no-brainer. Remember I said I'm going to get a PS3, that game would almost make me get a PS3?
Yeah, that was
And
enough.
look, dude, I got
Bam,
a
you got it. It's
PS3
coming
right
out.
before
Perfect.
fucking Fat Princess.
So Metal Gear Solid 4, kind of an older title.
it is an older title.
Now
on
you're
the
not
PS3.
like the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan. You played a couple of them, right?
I've played most of them, but
I think
dude,
visually.
it looks awesome. It looks fucking
Doesn't it?
incredible, dude. But, like,
Until you, like,
it's
start
so
talking about the
fucking
story.
Campy,
All right, dude, you wanna know what?
The shit is campy.
Have you
Like,
seen
it's
Raiden?
so annoying.
You've seen
Dude,
Raiden, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. Like when
Isn't Raiden the one with the diarrhea problems?
Well, yeah, when you fucking first see the freaking guy in the barrel taking a shit, he's like, it's like, dude, seriously, You're trying to pass this off as like a freaking
How many other games have you
hardcore
played
fucking
that, dude? You
Featured
know what?
full
You
that
wanna know
featured
what?
shit? I
Full
will
on
tell you.
defecated.
I'll tell you a game that I played. Conker's Bad Fur Day featured fucking full on defecation.
All right, listen,
dude.
listen.
And that shit was
when
campy
you
too.
when you get to the scene where
Intentionally, though.
the game splits right down the middle, and on one side you got one thing going on, and on the other side you got another thing going on, you come back on the show and be like, fucking one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
You got to get through the 45-minute long
I
cutscene
gotta get
before
through-
you get to that
right.
part,
And
though.
that is at the very
I
end
gotta
of the
get
game,
through the
too,
fucking
so.
girl frying her eggs.
Yeah.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Dude, you know...
You aren't very far
seriously,
into
yeah,
it,
you're
dude.
not very
You
far.
got to get a little further into
I
it.
will get into it. I will get into it. Deborah, however,
Yeah, has
has
been
been
a
playing the
whore.
fucking shit.
Deborah has been the PS3ology's whore.
She
I've seen her
has.
What has she
tweeting
been
about
playing?
it. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm totally infatuated with the
She's
PS3.
been
I love it."
playing Little Big Planet.
Oh. Like making stuff or just trying to beat the single player?
She's playing through. People like from the show have been joining her. And, like, one guy kept joining her and fucking her game up, and she got pissed. She's like, "Dude, this motherfucker has gotten me killed twice. What the fuck is he doing?"
It's tough to
Get
play
the
unless you're
fuck
both
out
on
of
the
my
same
game.
level.
That's right, Suma.
So
That's right.
So I don't know. No, he called her a PS3 whore.
What? Just this week, she's gonna graduate to an initiate.
Yeah.
To a full-on whore, not just
Yeah,
PS3
but
whore.
but she's gonna have to pay us $5,000 and like believe that there's aliens controlling it all,
There are.
and that the Nazis are actually
Dude,
Microsoft.
and
so.
what the fuck, man?
What?
They're making a zombie Nazi movie, I hear.
Have we had this conversation 80
Sorry,
times?
it's done. It's already out. It's been out.
Dead Snow. It's,
Dead Snow.
yeah. Bethesda's
I
Wet
bet
got a
it's
release
awful.
date. Yeah.
It is.
If they made it like serious, like Nazi zombies, then it would be fucking awesome.
Instead, it's campy like Metal Gear Solid 4.
yeah,
I was
exactly. Because
talking-
it's modern people, Nazi zombies.
I
It
have
needs to be.
I have a friend that's in the army,
Yeah.
and I've been telling him about all these Nazi zombie games that are coming out, and he's like, "Where the fuck is the Haji zombie games?" And I was like, "Dude, can you say that?" And he's
Maybe
like,
maybe
Is
that'll
that
be
like in
that'll
reference
be
to, like,
Modern Warfare
Collusion
2,
enemies?
I think.
Yeah.
So Bethesda's Wet got a release date September 15th, and you know I was surprised to hear about this, and I'll direct this to Forrest because I know you and I have kind of chatted about it. For a top tier game that I've heard stuff about, but I don't think it's gotten the same push as like some of the other
No, it
titles that are
hasn't.
getting its release. That's very soon. But Wet, and one of the most interesting stories that I know about Wet is I opened up the Game Informer and I saw this chick who was pretty interesting looking, which is instantly going to be one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know, I want to know what this game is.
She looks hot.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, who's this chick? And he's like, well, first off, she's not supposed to be hot.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a normal woman.
Yeah.
What it is, they gave her normal breasts.
Yeah,
So that
a
automatically
normal
makes her
woman
normal.
who's fucking hot as shit, and you know is like, you know,
She's supposed to be
Totally
scarred
awesome.
up and banged
Dude,
up,
they're
and the
not gonna
blood just
make-
made her
dude,
hotter.
A freaking video game is not normal looking chicks don't sell video.
I know.
That's why she's fucking hot, dude. They're gonna try and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a normal chick."
but Wet is supposed to be a game where you essentially, as you get these kills, it activates.
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
And the whole point of it is to try to chain almost a whole level in slow-mo by continuously pulling off badass moves. You're supposed to be able to just shoot everyone on any surface, run around all kinds of shit like hardcore parkour.
So
and
why
looks
is it
sweet.
wet though? Wet.
No idea.
I think that it has something to do with the whole Wet Works concept.
Oh,
Wait.
it is because she's like an assassin.
Right.
Okay.
So The Darkness was one of those surprise games that was, to me, a great
I
experience.
thought it was too.
Okay.
Thought it was
good.
awesome.
But, you know, ultimately, it did fall short in, like, the overall gamer's perspective in comparison to many other titles around that time. Again, I still scored it kind of nice. I liked that game. But the game is now getting a sequel, which meant it must have still done great over its lifetime. Hinted at during last year's Comic-Con and now confirmed at this year's Comic-Con 2009, Starbreeze won't be doing the game. So that's who did do
I
it.
actually, believe it or not, I like that news. Because all of Starbreeze's first-person shooters have a weird almost a floatiness to the controls that aren't as tight as others. I almost want to see a different developer tackle the story, because that's really what kind of separated that game, was the fact that the first
But it
person
wasn't
shooter just
bad
felt a little
either.
different. And the games are always great.
Right,
Chronicles
right.
was just like, or Chronicles of Riddick was like that too. First person felt just a little bit different, and I almost want to see what another developer can do with it.
So we know Starbreeze is working on 2 other EA projects.
Not 2 though.
What?
Those guys like barely push out 1. I can't believe they got 2.
I don't know. Well, you know it's EA, double duty, crack that whip.
Yeah, dude.
So
Yep.
It's being
20-hour days.
20-hour days. Shit, in our days there's 32 hours. Keep working. It's being done by some mystery developer, and hopefully we're going to find out who's in charge of the
I
project.
hope I
soon,
don't
but
find out it's some movie.
EA's got a
adaptation
lot
company.
of but they've got a lot of underneath them.
I
a
hope.
lot
I
of,
just don't know who a first-person studio
know,
is for them.
All right, so this is kind of gaming related, but sort of not really. Holy hell, this is why you don't piss people off and burn bridges. Now, one of the reasons why District 9 exists is because Neil Blom, and by the way, I'm so excited for District 9.
Oh, dude, it looks so fucking awesome.
Yeah, so one of the reasons why District 9 exists
I heard it's too violent.
is because
Yeah,
Neil
oh
Blomkamp
boy.
was robbed of Halo and given another opportunity by Peter Jackson to essentially show his bomb skills. Now, this, of course, was originally interpreted as a way to, quote-unquote, prove that Neil was the right guy for the job. And I haven't even seen District 9 yet, but I know that he would be the right guy for Halo. I just think that if he can already have that human alien thing going on and it not looking.
Dude, think about the Halo concept footage. Like, I
Right,
never
it
really
is,
got
dude, it
excited
is.
about
It's
concept footage. And it
District
looked awesome.
9 is Halo. Like what
It kind
Halo
of like-
should be.
I
It's
mean,
that same vibe.
it
Especially
has
you saw
that-
like a
totally
Jeep
yeah.
crashing into an
Yeah.
alien and shit going
it's
on.
it's like two people making a stew and throwing in the same ingredients, but it being still different. You
have
know,
you seen
it's
the little short movie that
Yeah,
they have?
yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but everyone
you should.
told me I
It's
should
really
watch it,
great. But
it's-
anyway,
Or you should watch the trailer,
so yeah.
which basically
It is kind of the same thing. It's like a long fucking trailer. So anyway, this is what Neil Blomkamp had to say to all of this. They said, had anyone asked him if he was the right man for the job? Because Halo was taken away, and now Slash Film is asking him, do you want to do the Halo movie? And this is what he had to say. The answer is, I probably wouldn't do Halo if it was offered to me, but creatively, I would like to do it. It's kind of like I'd be sad to not work on it, but I would still say no. I worked on it for 5 months. I put a lot of work and blood and sweat and tears into Halo. Creatively, it's very compelling. I love it. But when you work that long on something and you have it bottom out and collapse, I mean, I got District 9 out of it. I think I'm probably better off because it's more of a personal film. But yeah, I love the world of Halo. I don't think I would go back there. And that was the point of the story, is that, since the
District
movie
9's
companies...
going to come out and they're just going to say, we fucked up, guys.
fucked
Big
up.
time. We should have let him
Yeah,
do it.
We fucked up.
people will probably get fired.
And they said, too, like Peter was going to do like a Halo game, too. He's off of that. They're kind of
Yeah,
they're done.
which, by the way, isn't in the news, I don't think, but the whole Avatar HDMI only 3D to play the game,
Oh, it
what do you
sounds
think about that?
awesome.
Yeah, but what do you think about all the 360s
Who
out there that
cares?
don't have HDMI?
Well, they're not going to be able to play the game.
Well, wait a
But
second. You said who cares, but even you said that you were upset that the iPhone, the Apple, released a 3GS that was faster and that people could possibly release software that
did
wouldn't
you hear?
work
There's
on
a whole
another one.
slew of iPhone games coming out.
That's
specifically
not
for
the point. The
3GS.
point is
Sad.
that there is a larger
The point
number
of
of
the story
Xbox
is
users that won't be
I finally
able...
have an Xbox that has HDMI, so I don't care anymore. Now, if this story would have broke 3 months
Dude,
ago,
I
I'd be
think that's
up in. I'd be
fucked up.
flipping out.
I think that's
Doesn't that
fucked
make
up.
you excited for the
That
3D
means I gotta
technology? Like it
freaking
requires
buy.
a 1080p signal to be able to.
I got to buy 2 more HDMI cables now for my 360.
Do you even have HDMI on your 360?
Yeah.
You're
Oh, yeah.
positive?
Oh yeah.
You have an Elite?
Then you got to do it, dude.
Yeah.
Avatar's gonna be so.
Remember, I
awesome.
had to go buy a new 360 because mine finally fucking shit on me. Do you guys remember this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had several poop out on me.
I'm still on the same one.
Although I've
On the
had
same
zero,
360?
I've had 0 PS3s poop out on me, and you killed one of those too. So you're
Dude,
like,
my
no, you're not
360
good.
was
You're not
old.
good to
DO,
machine.
it was dead out of the box.
They're
dude.
bit-
You played it. It wasn't dead till
One
you played
fucking
it.
time I watched a Blu-ray on it, and then it fucking failed. And
It was probably
the
one
drive.
of your romantic comedies, and it freaking killed itself.
I think it was some of that crazy.
It was
porn
Mamma Mia, and
that
it
I
just
was buying around the
freaking
time.
went killed itself.
Mamma Mia. Fuck. Do you
the,
watch
the
that?
porn
Did
version.
you watch it?
He
Dude,
has it in Blu-ray.
I've
dude.
seen Mamma Mia.
He has-
Well, actually, I've
He
not
has Mamma
seen
Mia
Mamma
in
Mia.
Blu-ray.
I've
There's a
heard Mamma Mia a billion times.
I
Yes.
don't understand how you still have vision and hearing.
Mamma Mia.
Because personally, whenever I fucking even went to the theater and heard like the little trailer,
little trailer.
in the
You want to
bathroom,
shoot yourself?
I wanted to gouge my fucking eyes out and freaking bust my eardrums. That shit is annoying.
There's a few songs on there that I can't fucking stand.
He says only a few.
I'm sure
the majority I really
every
like.
fucking
Only a
song
few.
on there I could not fucking
Unfortunately,
stand,
you
dude.
guys, I
am gay.
no, well, dude, what's wrong? I mean,
Hell
there
yeah,
are some
dude.
What's
good
wrong with
musicals.
liking show
Jesus
tunes?
Christ! Now a show, Jesus Christ Superstar, dude. That's the
Oh,
shit.
so now you're gonna be like, "Oh, watch Jesus Christ Superstar," but man, fuck Mamma Mia.
Yes, I'm saying that
Why? That's fucked
because
up.
fuck
That's-
Jesus
that's-
Christ Superstar owns Mamma Mia.
That's totally hypocritical. But I mean, you guys
Why
were
is it
talking from a
hypocritical?
musical because you just talk shit about how the
I'm
fact
talking
that I
shit
watch
about
musicals.
the musical.
I will
not
say Jesus
musicals
Christ
in
Superstar
general.
and
All
Mamma
right.
Mia suck. All musicals suck. Moving on.
All right, moving on.
Jesus Christ.
You know what, Ed? I got
you know
something
what?
for you.
No one wants to hear about it now. Chocolate rain.
So Activision is apparently starting a scary new trend in gaming. I was like, oh my god, what are they doing? Oh my god, what are they doing?
What are they doing?
Apparently, Modern Warfare 2 for the PC users were going to cost them $60 this year, a 10% markup over last year's. And apparently, all the computer users are just freaking out because that was like, I only use my PC so I can save $10 on a game.
Oh,
and now,
bullshit. You know what? I usually defend the PC crowd, but let me get them a big old, like, you guys are full of fucking
do
shit.
you know why PC games are discounted right now?
Why?
Because no one buys them.
So it's like, well, the same audience is going to buy them anyway.
Well, what they
one
said was
person-
they know Call of Duty 6, they're going to buy this one. This one
Yeah,
and Warcraft
but
2.
Somebody,
They won't
somebody
be able
to
out
play.
there,
They-
somebody out there buys them.
They won't be able to play Modern Warfare 2.
Because how the hell do they get on all the torrent sites?
They won't be
if
able to
someone's
play it
buying
multiplayer. So they've
They're
got
going
to
to buy. I mean, they know that's the only way you get people to buy
Exactly.
PC games nowadays is to make
Exactly.
multiplayer the main focus of it, and they'll pay for it.
They will.
But Activision's going to be the first out of the gate and saying, no cuts for you people who are still stuck back in the old days.
So what other Activision titles are coming out? Aren't they publishing? They're publishing Wolfenstein.
They are publishing Wolfenstein, and then they got Guitar Hero. And
Or are
stuff,
they
but
saying
none of
they're
those
starting with Modern Warfare 2?
Modern Warfare 6
Gotcha.
is priced at $60 right now.
Gotcha. Good game. One
And
reason
you
why-
PC users got screwed out of your fancy goggles. Haha. Like all the PC users can't pre-order the goggles; they're only available with the PS3
Oh,
360
dude.
version.
Oh, fuck. I'm crying.
Huge tears being
I'm
shed.
crying.
Well,
crying.
another week, another movie
I can
announcement.
tell. Yeah, another movie announcement. What is it?
And this one, actually, I'm kind of excited about this one.
Okay.
And that is DJ Caruso, who made Eagle Eye and Disturbia, which are just ho-hum to me. But frickin' the Salton Sea.
Salton
I really
Sea
love the Salton Sea.
is the bomb.
So knowing that guy's behind the helm, he's going to be directing the upcoming adaptation of Dead Space. And I freaking love...
Good, dude.
I love monsters in space.
Me
you
too.
know.
I think
I
dude,
miss that
literally
genre.
think that is like the scariest shit, like monsters in space. Because, like, dude, where the fuck are you gonna go?
Yeah,
like
in
you're
space,
in
no one
space,
can hear you
dude.
scream, dude.
Like, where are you going? Like, oh, I'm just gonna run out this door and fucking die of suffocation.
Die.
There's nothing.
your
no,
head's gonna
just,
blow up
Just
like
for
freaking-
clarification, there's nothing more scarier than monsters in space.
I'm sorry, dude. I know you have video arachnophobia. And
Well,
you got your fear.
I got
you got
this
your fear
one.
of monsters
I got
in
one
water.
for you.
Yeah.
What if monsters landed on aliens, whatever, during a zombie
I was
apocalypse?
gonna say,
Oh my
what if there
God.
were zombies in space, dude? That sounds like a great
Zombies
movie,
in
dude.
space
Zombies
would be
in
good, man.
space.
No, but serious, like.
So you'd play
there's
Nazi zombies if it was like
zombies.
Apollo zombies or whatever.
You know, there's some scary
Russian
freaking
astronaut zombies.
Event Horizon, man. That shit was.
Horizon was screwed up.
Zombies versus aliens versus monsters. Like that sounds like a fucking winner to me.
It
Like
does.
right there.
Somebody needs to get working on it.
I don't think you can
Nazi
Oh,
aliens.
zombies versus
You couldn't
Nazis.
screw that up unless
That'd
you
be
were
pretty
sci-fi.
awesome.
It would actually kind of work because you could have Nazi zombies in space. Because Hitler was a big fan of like UFOs,
Cult
and
shit.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
the
shit
next.
like
that's
that,
what,
so.
dude. That is what the next fucking Nazi zombies map is based off of. His Der
his
Reich.
Yeah,
Whatever.
his
His
secret factory.
laboratory where he's trying to build UFOs.
Dude, until they go in space, I'm not buying the Nazi zombie shit. It's not believable. In space, though. I think
That's what I say.
It actually makes a lot
space,
of sense.
I get so mad at some of my games
A
because
lot
they're
of
just
shit
not
is
believable.
yeah. So fuck another delay. They're like, it's just like every day I should subscribe to like some Twitter account that's like, what's the game delay for today? Because it's like they just keep fucking handing them out like they're pieces of bread. I guess no one really hands out pieces of bread. The point being, Dark Void
Like their food
is fucking
stamps,
delayed, dude. Like, and you know what's even more crazy? They put so much hype into Dark Void at E3.
Well, did you see why
Ton.
they're delaying it too?
No, why did they delay it? Why?
It really scares me because of the crowded schedule. Like all these games have been pushed back. We were talking the schedule really isn't that crowded.
Now it's not.
It's not.
Because they're worried that people are going to be playing rhythm games or some shit.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. But, sometimes there is too much shit to play at once, but I have a is it going to
The
get
thing
too thin?
is they've been pushed back. Now everything's freaking coming in the spring because the next one is Ubisoft. Freaking Splinter Cell Conviction already had that huge
Didn't they announce
delay.
this in like 2006, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
they completely
They did.
redid it, pumped it out at this E3, supposed to be out this Christmas. Now it's not coming out for several months too.
Dude, they're just. I guess they're too concerned about freaking getting the new Frag doll.
And that Red
So.
Steel was supposed to be out now too to like jump in on the Wii Motion hotness. And Red Steel's gonna miss out on
the
that.
priorities, dude. The priorities. Frag doll, Splinter Cell Conviction.
I'm not
Choice
concerned
is
about Red
obvious.
Steel.
It said
by the
too,
way.
Ghost Recon's been delayed. And actually, I want to play this
Oh.
I Am Alive that where you're trying to get through a destroyed city that's
Oh,
collapsing
that
around
actually
you.
did sound
It
cool.
sounds awesome. I'm sad to hear that one too.
Interesting.
Jesus, what else is delayed?
Bioshock.
Fuck,
BioShock
you know?
also got delayed till next year. There's a
Okay.
freaking StarCraft. That's huge. Their Activision stock dropped because
Yeah.
freaking StarCraft, the beta hasn't
You want to
started
hear?
yet,
you
so they
want to
think
hear
there's
how
no way it'll
fucked
come out
up
this year.
the stocks are? Like, I just found this so funny because like the stupidest shit will set that stuff off. Someone took a picture of Steve Jobs back at Apple, like leaving the building, going out to get coffee. Their stock went up like 4%.
What? Did you hear about Steve Jobs and like his liver?
What?
That
It's
you have to wait years to get a liver,
Dude.
and supposedly he snagged one right away.
Of course, dude.
Because he's
Cha-ching,
just like a
motherfuckers.
billionaire.
Be like, I'll give you the next generation of iPhones for life, and you won't ever have to deal with
Just
AT&T
give
and their
me your
stupid
liver.
fucking upgrade plans.
You know what I think
Just
about
give me a
Steve
liver.
Jobs?
I would give him my lever for
Better
that.
cue up Chocolate Rain.
What? Why? What? You don't like Steve Jobs?
Fuck no, dude.
What are you talking about,
Fuck
dude?
Steve Jobs.
How
Dude,
about
that's-
this one?
Dude, the best Steve Jobs story was us talking last week about how he announced Halo to the world. Like, he was the guy that announced
That's
it,
right.
and now it freaking just
Steve
like,
Jobs
kicks
made
their
the
ass.
fucking 360, buddy. Yeah! Steve Jobs announced Halo. He is the fucking best. If all you fucking Haloites out there, you'd be nothing without Steve Jobs from Apple. Go buy an iPhone. All right.
I wish Sprint would carry the fucking iPhone, dude.
You know
I'm
what?
stuck with
Maybe
the-
Sprint should open up their stingy little pocketbook, stop making fucking stupid commercials with their CEO or president because no one really gives a fuck about that guy anyway, and just pay Apple to open up the
Dude,
phone to
you
their
know,
network.
The thing is like I get really good service and I don't pay a lot.
I don't believe that.
I pay like $89 a month.
I had him. That's a lot.
I have two phones.
That's
and
a lot,
I pay
dude.
How much
$90
do you
140.
I pay 140, but I've got two phones with unlimited data. Split that. That's like 70 a phone.
It's time.
And my
12% and
kids is
climbing.
10. My
12
kid's Sony Ericsson's only $10.
12% and climbing.
Okay.
That is 12% of
That's-
Americans.
That's more than 1 out of 10. That freaking number is
That's a-
huge.
So 12% of Americans purchased a virtual good or item in the past month. And we're not talking music. We're not talking games. We're talking about that fucking stupid XP ring of unicorn gayness that like gives you 25% more XP for 3 days. Or that rainbow cap that you want to wear in free realm such. 12% of Americans have purchased a fucking
Do you
virtual
believe it?
good.
It blows my mind to think that 10% of the population.
They're very
Because like at my
careful.
school, I couldn't think of like one person I work with who would have ever bought a virtual good. One person in my family.
You know what though?
who's ever bought a
This was
virtual
also
good.
All I know-
in the last month,
All
right?
I know is if
During
these numbers,
free realms.
if these numbers keep going up, Obama's going to try and take a piece of that shit.
Oh yeah.
You better believe it.
I think that like free realms and some of these like free to play MMOs.
Dude.
How about also do they count all those stupid fucking iPhone games I see and those games like that where you like buy points to do shit in the
God,
game?
that just like flood the market. I hate it.
Yes, maybe they count that as well. I don't know, but in other staggering numbers, Force.
God, already, dude, the 4th biggest launch title for the Wii came out Sunday. Wii Sports Resort came out Sunday. As of Tuesday, I think there's another article saying the numbers got even bigger. 1.5 million copies in 3 days. And that's not including what is probably already done in Japan, you know, and overseas. 1.5 million copies in like 3 days. It's just like,
Dude,
it's huge.
You're
Not served, bitch.
Nursing homes across America
Yeah.
are excited. They're burning the midnight oil.
And I can't believe that just like that Wii Motion Plus, that
Fuck
controller.
the Wii,
Everyone's
dude.
gonna
Fuck it.
watch. This was my prediction.
God.
Not only will that be the #1 selling title this year, I bet it might even be next year's #1 selling title. You watch. Because that's just, it's huge.
God, why
Yeah.
are we so fascinated with the
Because all anyone
gayest
played,
fucking
anyone
things,
played was
dude?
Wii
Like,
Sports. It's Wii Sports Part 2.
seriously.
They all jumped on it. And Hutch, I wanted to bring it over so bad. If Marvel vs. Capcom wouldn't have released this week, we'd be playing Frisbee golf.
And there you
dude.
go.
Dude,
And there
it's
you go.
rad.
Right
We'd
there.
be
awesome.
We'd be
You know,
playing frisbee golf, and then we'd take off our clothes and rub each other up in baby oil. And
I had
fucking
one.
Have gay
I had
sex.
one
'Cause
word.
It's gay.
One word to
Nah,
describe
you would actually
this.
really like it.
It wasn't gay. The one word I used to describe it was amazing, with the subtext in a sort of sad and depressing way.
You liked it? Did you like it?
No, I mean like
He hasn't played Wii
those
Sports
numbers, 1.5 million copies. I just don't get it.
I just look at my Wii as like an arcade unit in my house. You know, like you
No.
go to the arcade and you play like boxing games where you really put on gloves. or
People were
shooters
camping
and-
out for this fucking shit.
Dude,
Are
the
you
thing is,
serious?
the
Dude, there were a
Wii-
million
the Wii-
copies
Are you
everywhere we
serious?
went.
The Wii is for all these like fat people who are like lazy, and they're like, dude, yeah, I'm being active. Look.
I don't agree with that. I think a lot of fat people play the 360 too.
I agree. I think a lot of fat people play World of Warcraft as well. So
It's for the people that
hold
are-
on. Wait, what does this say about Wheat? We have had like 12 returns on the thing and more than 10 trade in over the weekend.
He's lying.
What do you mean? He works at
GameStop saying that people have traded in Wii Sports already, Wii Resort.
Yep.
Out of
Yep.
and let me tell you,
Hey,
out of,
take a picture
out of
for
probably
me.
the
Take
hundreds
2
or
inches.
thousands of copies you
Take a
sold.
picture for me so
10
I can
is not
prove
that
Forrest
bad.
wrong.
10 is
Yeah,
not,
well,
probably
that's
not
it.
that bad.
Yeah, but when it happens at hundreds of
Yeah,
millions of
dude, no,
stores.
1.5 million copies sold, only 10 returned.
It's just his one store.
That's a winner.
That's a winner. All right, so
But
fight-
it is one of those you'll be breaking out when friends come over just for
Probably.
fun for a minute. It's not that bad.
Probably.
I mean, you
For
could
all
probably
those
come
fucking
up with
gay
a drinking
swinger
game,
parties.
dude. That's what I'm thinking, dude.
You could have a drinking game.
Dude.
And you know what? It'd be better than
What do you guys
freaking
think?
having to be the singer in Rock Band.
I gotta-
Who's going to be the first
Are you guys
person to
gonna
have
bring
one of
your-
those
are you guys
Wii
gonna-
orgies where they all
Why don't
stick
you bring
Wiimotes
your
in their
Wii?
butts?
Like, your wife's good
Motion
looking. So's
controls
your wife.
get
Let's
stuck in there.
It's like my girl.
We're all going to throw our keys in
We're
a
gonna have
bowl
a
and
key
play
party
some,
and play some Wii.
We're going to frisbee golf for keys.
Frisbee golf.
Yeah.
All right, so fighting game fans were a bit disappointed when King of Fighters 12 was released with some buggy and laggy online play. The good news is they released a patch to fix that, and now SNK is about to release another patch to fix a certain broken matchup that causes two characters' sprites to glitch. and it's actually rather funny to see. But the point is that people were
I
every
mean,
time.
like when these two
King-
characters are on the screen, their graphics
You know,
screw up.
King's not
when-
even in the game.
Yes, I do. It's going to be a downloadable character watch. Two characters specific. When character A does a move, it will fuck up her sprite. Anyway, but they're fixing it, right? So more importantly, that is 2 fucking patches in fucking 2 weeks.
Hey, but at least the art's good.
And no,
That's good.
I would
The
kill.
art is good.
I would kill if Capcom supported Street Fighter 4 and HDR and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in a way like SNK. I mean,
You'll very rarely see a patch for that, probably.
I know, unless they release like an expansion. So I just want to give props to SNK. I feel like there's a ways to appease your fans to support the long-term life of your game, and that is to patch. And granted, I haven't played it, so I don't know how bad the lag shit is online or if the patch actually fixed it. But you know what? The point, at least they're releasing a patch. Kind of said the same thing about Demigod. Yeah, the game was totally fucked up, but at least they were like actively trying to patch
On it, trying to fix it.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah, what happened to Demigod?
Well, they just released a demo. You can play it now, Ed.
They did. You can download the gigabyte
after
demo.
the beta that I
Sweet,
paid to
dude,
fucking be
sweet.
in.
Yeah.
My force.
I love this story, and I'm taking a different spin on it because I'm really mad at this company right now. Telltale, the developers of like Sam and Max and Wallace and Gromit and the new Tales of Monkey Island, are claiming that the iPhone is actually more powerful than the Wii. And I just freaking started laughing.
Are you serious?
Said the iPhone.
They made that claim.
Yes, because the iPhone has 128 megabytes of memory to play with. And the Wii only has 88 megs of memory. And the Wii is restricted to 40. This pisses me off. I didn't know this. A 40 megabyte file cap on all WiiWare games. Because I was actually going to try Tatsunoko versus Capcom. What the hell are they going to fit into 40 freaking megabytes?
That's a disc.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
my God, I
one
thought it
disc.
was a downloadable.
No.
Oh,
It's a
thank
retail game.
God. Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. But they're complaining because apparently Monkey Island on the Wii, the audio was supposed to be really bad because you had to downsample everything.
Hey,
And there's
Force,
all kinds of graphical
Wow.
I hate to break it to
Oh.
you, dude, but everything on the Wii is bad.
glitches. Well, dude, this is what pisses me off, and I hope freaking Telltale learns their lesson and no one buys their shit.
Yeah.
Because I would have played this shit on the 360. If it would have come out day and date, I would have played this over the PC
So does
version.
that upset you that
It
didn't
pisses
come
me
out?
off that
Okay.
they chose the Wii. It only has freaking 500 megs to deal with to do a 6-chapter game that they would totally bypass the freaking Xbox. Why would you do that? Why would you put Secret of Monkey Island on it, not put Tales on it? Sam and Max is on it. Wallace and Gromit is on it. It really pisses
I have
me off.
no idea, but wow.
And it serves them right having to
It
freaking
suddenly,
put out that inferior
suddenly
product.
like I just have another reason why dropping money on the iPhone is not that big of a deal.
Not that bad. It's
You're
more powerful
it's
than
more
the WiiWare.
powerful than a fucking Wii.
Yeah, but you don't have Wii Resort on it.
Wii Resort, don't knock it, dude.
Dude,
It's a different kind of
Okay,
game. Like
no,
I said,
you're
you
right.
just got to
I
go in
won't
with that
knock it.
atmosphere.
I would love to play Frisbee golf on it. Although
Real golf's pretty dope on it
I
too.
will go play disc golf. Sorry, someone checked us
Disc
on it. It's like
golf?
Frisbee.
Fuck that.
Are you?
Although all my family does
We've
is
got like
sword
3
fighting all
really
week.
nice disc golf courses here in Lincoln. Like really nice. So
Are you
I
ready?
know
for
you
the,
played it all the time.
Are you ready for the PS3ology
Oh.
item of the week?
yes.
Okay, here we go, my children. ID Software is reporting that Rage on the PS3 is running 20 to 30 frames slower than the 360 counterpart. And, of course, there's going to be an update to this, but let's keep it going. At this point, I'd like to actually call out Kotaku for questioning why this is the case with the PS3 with the PS3. In all fairness, this is the first time that it has developed a title on the PS3, so it doesn't seem too off-kilter that they have to figure out how to make the system work for them. However, Kotaku, when originally reporting this article, had this to say, quote, "You'd think nearly 3 years into the console's lifespan, someone would have figured out a way around this by now." And I kind of wrote in here that Kotaku sort of made it sound like, I'm surprised that any fucking games actually even work on the PS3.
That's what you read into it.
Like, I
That
mean,
is what you read into it, huh?
dude.
I think Kotaku's just saying, why can't they fix this? Like,
No.
it's a superior machine.
No,
Why isn't there some firmware fix for it?
because then Carmack came out and said, "Oh, well, we will make this game 60 FPS by the time it releases."
Just be patient.
Exactly.
And bet Kotaku had to go in and
dude.
just totally rip
It's
them apart.
Totally gonna play with polygons only.
Yeah, I mean,
We actually likes his first-person shooters with dumbed-down graphics.
Yeah, way dumbed down.
whatever.
You'll love it.
You do.
Whatever. Pikmin 5.
Are you getting excited at all?
By
Are you
the way,
still
I
just
just think
saying
that's
Rage is
fucked
just
up.
all driving? Have you been watching any other media for it? Or are you still have in your head it's all driving?
We'll see.
It looks dope.
Hey, you know what? I have found that lowering my expectations for games is really working out well for
Yeah,
me.
dude, it's good.
Yeah,
to have
that's what you've done all through life. I understand.
What? Hey, it just means
It
when a
works.
game
That just,
is
dude, that just
fucking
means
awesome.
everything is like every day's a gift.
Every day is.
Every day's a gift, dude. Like if you lower your expectations, every day something awesome happens.
It's like that old Saturday Night Live skit, that lowered expectations.
Hell yeah,
Lowered
dude.
expectation.
I love the quote of this article. This is the exact quote.
Drop
This is
it.
right from Sega's vice president's mouth. Sega expects Sonic's quality to improve over time.
Oh,
And that's a direct quote from their vice president of marketing, Sean Ratcliffe. He explains that over the past year, Sonic has not been received well, but the games have always tested well on kids during their testing phases. Like, even though the hardcore gamers bitched about like turning into a werewolf or shooting guns in a Sonic game, all the kids really liked it.
well, isn't that because they've got Sonic cartoons and he's on Saturday
yeah, well, the
morning
problem
and
is
shit?
that the parents are the ones who purchase the games, not the kids that are test marketing the products. But the funny thing is he says, we're working hard. We're working hard at improving Sonic's quality. And he says that he's looking at the PSN, the PlayStation Network, and the Xbox Live Arcade as a way to improve the quality. No more $60 million big budget, $60 Sonic titles. They're going to figure out how to improve quality by like lessening the focus
The
on it.
original Sonic game wasn't that bad, but after that,
You guys, so I didn't like the Sonics ever, but I know that it had a following, and I can appreciate that. I got to ask you guys, like, isn't the simple fucking answer to all of this to, like, do what Shadow Complex is doing, to do what Bionic Commando Rearmed is doing, or
Give it to
did?
another studio?
No, not at all. I'm saying, like, take the 2D sensation, make it 3D, but keep it 2D, just like Street
Yeah,
Fighter
yeah,
4,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like fucking.
I see what you're saying.
This style is becoming, in my opinion, like incredibly popular, and it's a way to like. I don't know. It seems like it's video game filler right now.
The old is new again.
The old is new again. It's like the retro hitting video gaming. Like, if they 3D'd Contra and brought back, and I think they actually have at one point, but gave it that really nice, like, Bionic Commando or Shadow Complex polish to it. If they did that with Contra, 2 players, maybe they fucking go crazy and they go 4 players. You can't tell me that, like, guys like us wouldn't be all over that shit.
Let me tell you, if they just redid, there's several just old Nintendo games, if they gave that redo treatment to, then I'd be all over again. But it's funny that Ed talks about the first game, because the way I closed the article was the first and best Sonic game appeared in 1991. That's when it debuted.
yeah, the original.
And if Sega is telling me that over time their quality's going to improve, I'm not sure if I can wait till what does that be 2027 for them to release a decent Sonic game. I can't give you guys another 18 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think I might be past
I'm with
it.
you on that one. So Halo Wars got owned this week, guys. Due to quote-unquote human error, all of the leaderboards were wiped out. It makes you wonder why the fuck they don't back that shit up. I mean, I work for banks. Like, every little fucking text file and shit has to be backed up. And you'd think that Xbox, especially Microsoft, would have some sort of contingency or backup of something
Maybe it
like
was
this.
Sabotage.
Now, I could care less about Halo Wars, Hutch, but I can imagine all the guys growing their e-peens by collecting wins are pissed, and that their fake girlfriends are probably going to be leaving them now.
Imagine some people probably lose real girlfriends. They're like, honey, just give me a month. I just want to get to the top of the leaderboard. Then, bam, it's wiped. But you bring up a good question.
the same
How do you
10
not back
people,
up
dude.
that shit
Like,
nowadays? Like,
it's the
how is that
same
not just
10 people
automatic?
playing the game? Like,
It doesn't
Dude, there's like
matter.
20,
it's like
dude.
the principle of it all. What if that was Halo 3?
Dude, if that was Halo 3,
I
there would
mean,
be a riot.
there would be a
There
riot,
would be
dude.
a
There
fucking
would be
riot,
a
dude.
fucking
I'm pretty
riot.
sure that nuclear missiles would launch that day. It would be a
Barbarians would
fucking
be at the
butterfly
gate, dude.
effect, all starting with like some newbie getting, oh my god, my stats are erased, and then the next thing you know, fucking we'd all be dead. I'm telling you, watch out. Back that shit
Nerd
up.
rage.
Yep.
It would be on a Halo
It would be
Xbot
nerd rage,
level.
dude.
This next piece of news is like news I can get behind, dude. You know, Microsoft's usually big dicks. But this one's actually kind of cool, and this is the fact that Microsoft's going to be offering a rebate of 800 points. They'll give you $10 worth of Xbox Live Arcade credit if you purchase all 5 of this summer's arcade titles. Which I think is
What
actually...
are the 5 arcade
The
titles?
5 arcade titles are Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which
Okay,
I've already
got it.
purchased. Shadow Complex, which is
Gonna
coming out,
get
and I
it.
plan on
We'll
getting.
get it.
Splosion Man, which you won't get. You probably
the
won't
fuck
get.
is Splosion Man?
Trials
Miller.
HD, which have you heard about it?
What?
It's called Trials HD, and it shows a dude on a motorcycle, and I wasn't on my radar at all. But it looks like an unbelievable racing/puzzle game where you drive a motorcycle and use explosions and flips to reach the course in a certain time. It actually looks a lot doper than I thought it was.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the remake, the
I'll
redo.
get that. I'll get that for sure.
And get this. This really excites me. Ubisoft just announced, you know, Activision's raising their price to $60, trying to milk everything
Right.
they can. Ubisoft just said it's not going to be $15. We're releasing it for $10.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
their 25th anniversary. Everyone, I've been expecting to drop 15 on it, like kind of on the fence about it. Heartbeat, I'm sold for 10.
A
10
lot
bucks.
of people are saying Trials 2 is epic.
Trials
So-
looks awesome. Like I was not on my radar. The
a
screenshots
lot of guys
look
have it on
shit
Steam.
until I read about it, and it looks pretty cool.
So you get 800 points back if you buy
If
all,
you buy $65 worth of game,
and
listen,
at any time, right?
do you know
at any
what?
time.
$60 for these 5 games is probably way more
Dude,
play
Marvel
than out
versus
of a, out
Capcom
of a
is kind of worth it
one
to
title.
me. Just-
And they'll give you $10 back in credit. And that's a cool idea. Like, I probably won't get in on it. I have no intentions of
so
buying Explosion Man.
Everyone's talking. No, everyone's saying Splosion Man's gonna be the shit.
I actually
dude.
heard from a puzzle
I think
aspect.
it's out.
really unbelievable. It is out.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
All
I
the
mean, what's
reviewers-
the story.
You're a guy that explodes, and you use your body to explode and bounce around stages. It's a huge platformer slash
kind of like
puzzler.
Pain a little bit, but not really.
More like Cloning Clyde, if you ever remember that
Okay.
old puzzle game,
Yeah.
or like an Exit, or one of those where you got to try to solve your way to get across the map using different
Lost
techniques
Vikings
you gain.
3,
through it.
basically.
Yeah, Lost Vikings, if you remember that too. That was a great one where you had to like solve each puzzle. But that one's getting great reviews.
Sounds like a lot of them.
their titles are not that bad, and I'm pumped too that I thought Shadow Complex was going to be $20. And according to this, Microsoft's
15?
saying 15. for
Yep,
Shadow
that's
Complex.
very nice.
So-
All right, so we got 10 minutes to get through these last news items. I think we can do it. This is probably my favorite news item of the week, guys.
I am excited for this, and I want to see it featured all the time.
I hope that it picks up. So it's been confirmed that Brutal Legend will contain a language filter that will allow you to toggle the F-bombs on and off. But instead of voicing over a new line, they're actually just beeping everything out. So I think that this is a great idea, and I would love to see this trend added more into games. As Force often points out, and it is making it a little harder to enjoy a game when you've got Kiefer Sutherland like, get those motherfuckers, and when we're playing, House of the Dead Overkill, and it's like, fucking zombie fuck, suck my fucking nutsacks, motherfucker, like
the language in that
it's-
game. Wow.
So, what I think is good is that at least beeping it is going to give it, and even Tim Schafer said there are a few points in the game where if you watch the censored version, it actually would be funnier because it's just like beep, beep.
he also
beep,
takes it
beep.
further. It's not just the audio. There are actually a huge parental advisory stickers pop up over some of the graphic
Right,
content
right.
too. And I think they said don't ever play
Dude,
by that option.
no.
Ed,
No,
Ed,
hold on.
You don't
Ed,
ever have to play it turned on.
You don't ever.
No, but still, dude. Fuck.
Wouldn't you like just to have that option? Like if Dayton's around
Like,
and I really want to
don't
play
care
Brutal Legend
about the graphics.
and they say the F word all the time.
But dude-
build a den.
Dude,
Honestly, that's your solution.
Yeah.
Build a whole new addition to my house. Or turn language filter off.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that. I don't think that. I mean, you guys, if you don't see this as a good thing, then I think you're a fucking idiot, or
Especially
a beeping idiot.
if they said
frankly.
it's all censored,
Right. If they were
That's
like,
different.
you know, because
you
we
can
don't
choose to
yeah,
censor it or not,
right.
I think is awesome.
It's still a mature title.
Yes.
It's just that, like, yo, I'm buying this mature title and I have these options. You know, like, that is not a
only
terrible
that,
thing
but
at all.
he acknowledged the fact that my freaking kid is into this heavy metal shit.
I know
He'll probably
who
want to
it's
check it
for.
out. And I like the fact that they'll be beeping some of that more mature content, so I don't mind him hopping up a seat next to me and seeing it in action. I like it.
And
I want to see it. I want
with
to see it
Mini
everywhere.
Week getting, like, you know, I got to the point where I wouldn't let him play Godfather 2 without sound. Because all he liked to do in Godfather 2 was go around and drive the cars. He'd just drive around the cities all damn day. You know? But when he's like, I want a new car. And he's like, get out of the fucking car! You know? It's
When
like...
you hijack someone,
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, you know, like, the only potty mouth he needs to hear is dad.
Someone's mentioning, remember when we used to not be able to say fuck on the show?
Yes.
We couldn't drop F-bombs.
Yeah.
We probably still
Sometimes-
can't.
Why can't we, dude?
I don't know. The FCC's probably someone's tallying them up right
You know
now.
what? For the FCC, I'm going to play that freaking fuck the FCC song.
Fuck the FCC. All right.
Yeah.
We got 2 more.
And this one, I just because you want everyone in the world to own it. You know, I'm huge in sales. I'm always telling these guys about huge sales. Is that GameStop right now is having a sale? They're clearancing out a bunch of quality titles, dude. Street Fighter 4 right now, it's only for the next 2 days, guys. You've got to jump on it. It's $20, brand new
$20
for
dude.
PS3 and Street Fighter 4
I
for
might
PS3
actually
and 360.
go buy it for the PS3 at $20.
Just to
Just to have it
Just
for
to
the
have
competition
it.
happens.
Yeah.
$20, totally worth it, dude.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Oh,
20
2
bucks.
inches of spam and it's over. I read it was till August 2nd, dude.
Suck.
And Fear 2, that's the other one I was going to point out. $20 in Mad
I'm
World
not
for
going
the
to pay
Wii. Those
more
who
than
have a
$20
Wii,
for it on the PS3.
$20 was a great price.
I would
for it,
pay
dude.
$20 for it, but I'm not going to pay more than $20 for it.
Only Street Fighter 4 is
the other
over,
one that
so
is huge-
Sorry, Ed.
The other one I told Weed about this, dude.
Whatever.
I have just been raping Hollywood video stores. All their $30 used games are $4.99 right now.
Really?
Dude, I've bought like 6 or
What
7
like,
games
I should go
in the
buy a
past.
bunch.
There are just like a grip of old games I never got to because
on
of
the
time.
PS3 or
PS3 tons for
Hmm.
30, and then 360. I've just been destroying them.
$4.99.
It's huge. You're one right up on
Yeah,
65th
dude.
and O.
There's one over here on 27th and Superior also.
Ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Wheat looks put out.
This
dude.
one.
Well,
I told Wheat.
Are we putting you out? Wheat,
No, but
by
I
talking
texted
about
Wheat today how
$4.99
pissed I
games?
was that Wheat beat
No.
me to putting in this story.
Well, oh.
Crack
yeah,
me up.
yeah. I was getting a little upset as I was starting to see this story and realizing that, yeah, it was about time that we were going to have to talk about it. And this really kind of does make me upset and make me kind of rage a little bit. But anyway, so here we go again. Holy shit, guys. A video game features a black person. Oh my fucking God. It's also set in New Orleans. Motherfuck, that can only mean one thing. Left 4 Dead 2 is a racist video game offering.
Really? Really?
It seemed
Really?
more like they said because of
Really?
of New Orleans. You said it New Orleans. It's automatically racist. Like the South is just racist. If a game is set in the South and your game is racist, it seemed to bash that
Why,
whole
dude?
part of the United
Exactly
States.
why.
And
I don't
freaking
get it.
Valve's response.
What'd they do?
Valve's response
Did
came
they
out and they
fold on
said,
it?
"Listen, dipshits, we love New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's not real. Our zombies are white, black, Mexican astronauts, freaking medicvacs." And they said one of our main dudes is black.
Are
We
two
freaking
of them?
Yeah, 2 of them are black. We're not freaking racist, and this is just total bullshit that you guys even brought this up in the first place. It was total bullshit.
I mean, dude.
And people are pissed.
We have
Boycotting.
Obama
Yeah.
for president.
They're boycotting it.
Why is racism
They're like, no
even
one's
an
jumping on
issue
the boycott for them
anymore?
making part 2 so
Anymore. I
soon,
don't
so we're
know.
going to find a new thing for them to jump on.
God, dude, seriously.
Doesn't it just kind
So
of like...
annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying.
It frustrates me because I mean you wipe out. I mean they are non-racist in their discrimination or your absolute desiccation or destruction of all freaking all races get
I don't hate
destroyed.
Obama. I like Obama. I voted for Obama. Someone said I was giving Obama hate, but I wasn't.
I could care less who's in charge.
I'm just pointing out the fact that the thought that racism even exists anymore. I mean, I know it does, but like
It does in the South, dude.
like in
That's why you can't set a game down there.
mainstream media. In
Not only that, but what
games.
they were like spitting on the face of Katrina. I mean, how could you set a game in the South when they're still going through Katrina?
Dude, Katrina was fucking years
I know,
ago,
but they
dude.
actually brought that
And
up.
that's
They
just-
brought up
what the
Katrina during that
fuck?
story. It's just it pisses me off.
You know, and so it was the Houston Chronicles. This is the guys that came out. You know, that like they're in fucking Texas. Was it that slow of a news day that they're like, oh, that Left 4 Dead 2 features black people? I want to go write this fucking article. As foresaid, Valve basically said, you guys are fucking idiots. Our zombies are every race. And I would go one step further and say, you guys are fucking idiots. They're goddamn fucking polygons.
They are.
They're not. This
real.
isn't even a fucking movie. It's not even a real, like, representation of, like, it's a fucking, leave us the fuck alone. Go away. Fucking bother someone else. It's fucking ridiculous.
Stop trying to boycott the game. We are going
You
to
know,
buy it anyway.
if someone made an RTS that was like, build a concentration camp and then kill as many Jews as you can, I would say, all right, that's fucked
That's
up.
racist.
All right. In fact, I'm kind of pissed that I should have had.
you just threw that idea out there, dude.
You
Someone's
should've
jumping on
saved
that
it,
shit
dude.
right
I
now.
should have
You
saved
saved
that
it
for
for
the
the-
top games that you'll never see.
God,
the
dude.
point being, that would have been a
They'll
really
forget
good
about
one.
it.
Yeah.
The point being, like, you know, there is a line to be drawn, but like, I think these guys are like, you know, it's like, was Two Live Crew's music really that bad? But like, everyone's like, we won't carry Two Live Crew. It's just fucking music and words, you know. It's like,
Dude, then I'm next time that a game comes out that it's set only with like white people killing each other,
You start.
we should start a
saying racist.
campaign that the game is racist.
we should. We should.
I'm serious, dude.
What's
We
the next
should-
game where white people die?
Where it's
Isn't
just
that
white
every
people
fucking
dying,
game?
dude. That
Let's
game,
Let's
dude,
do it where we kill white
every
people, dude.
fucking game
We're gonna
is
start
killing
the
whitey.
Epileptic Gaming. Kill white people.
God
is racist
fucking
game.
damn it! Every single
Actually,
one of
do you
them.
know what? I think it might be Harry Potter. I've been playing that game, you know, and kicking other wizards' asses in duels. And I don't
Dude.
think I fought a black person yet.
Obviously,
I think we might have
racist.
to boycott Harry Potter.
Racist. I can't believe that shit. Guys, let's take a quick
Okay.
break, guys. This is your opportunity. Hit the bathroom, do whatever. When we come back, we've got our reviews, 4 games to go through, and an hour to do it. So when we finish, but we'll be back. This is Epileptic Gaming, episode 183. Don't go anywhere. We will return. All right, guys, we are back. Epileptic Gaming 183. And it's time for our reviews. We are going to start with a game that I have not heard of ever until Force actually brought it up. And you can see I've got it taglined as Infernal Total Ass, because that's basically what I saw from the 2 minutes of footage I was able to even find on the internet. So Infernal Total Ass. Has anyone else ever heard of that? Yeah, by the way, this is a good time to plug the 519archive.com. 2 times, and Krillin have been doing a great job. And props to anyone else who's in it. E.g. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, Live on 3, Call and Brawl, MP3s, stuff that we've done in the past. We're starting to work on the podcast archives. Already, people have access to archives from the old school that they've never had before. And coming up is the very famous You're Fired episode.
Yes,
one of my
dude.
favorites.
Woo!
So you guys are gonna get those pretty soon, and big props to 2 times and Krillin and all the guys working on that 519archive.com. With that being said, Infernal Total Ass. I'll play the little video that I have of it.
I can't believe you were finding any media for it at all.
I can't believe either, dude.
I'll tell you, the only reason I'm at the store, I'm like, holy shit, there's a title on the shelf I haven't even heard about? Damn, I got all excited. A game I hadn't heard about, third-person shooter. I'm like, right up my alley. Rented it, and let me tell you guys, there's a reason why we haven't heard anything about it. There hasn't been any media about it. I did a little research and found out apparently it came out for the PC several years ago. And this is just like a straight PC port of a game that apparently wasn't even that well received several years ago.
So a game that did really shitty on the PC, they've now brought
out, and it was a budget title, so I was like, this freaking $30 sounds sweet. Guys, it's not even worth $30.
It looks fucking awful, dude.
It is we were talking about the darkness and floaty controls.
Yeah.
This is like the worst third-person
But he flips
controls.
a coin, but it's in slow-mo. Look at that. Oh, my God, that coin has like a gazillion polygons.
He's dropping Roosevelt's, baby.
They put more polygons. That actually probably had to have been.
No, he rented it.
That had to have been full motion video. They couldn't render that coin in the game. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Not only does it control like shit, but let me tell you my experience with it, my very short experience with it. The game features a save at any point in the game. You can save your game and quit, because you'll get frustrated with it and just want to freaking leave. But that's awesome. They give you an option to save your game anywhere.
What
happens?
That was the different trailer, but with the same music.
Exactly. That's all I got. That's it.
Well, so listen, I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I'm playing it for probably a solid 2 hours. Okay, trying to beat the stage.
Okay.
Die.
Yeah.
Lose everything for the last 2 hours.
Why did you not save?
It features. I'm thinking, there's got to be checkpoints along the way. I hadn't reached a major story element. It had been all puzzle solving. So every time you get a huge boss encounter, I would save and be like, shit, I don't want to do that again. Well, just running through the freaking normal stage, there was not one checkpoint through the entire stage. So if you are not paying attention,
nice.
It's terrible. Not only that, dude, your guy will climb a ledge that's 5 feet tall, fall from the ledge, and die. Game over. But then in the next scene, he'll jump off some boxes that are the same freaking height.
Now,
and live.
Did you at least get to pad your achievements a little bit with this game at all?
No. Actually, every stage you beat, you get an achievement. So I got 3 achievements. But I was not going for any more.
Kansu says he might get it on Steam. If Force hates it, it must be good. Kansu, do that. Do that. Let's see if it's true. Why don't you download it?
I would love to hear someone else.
And let's see if you actually think it's true.
If you
just
can make
because
it
Force
through it,
likes
dude.
it.
If Force has made it through a lot of shit, if you can make it through it, dude, then you win all I can play through shit awards out there, dude. Because I could not do it.
might
It's actually
pick
a
up
game
on that
you
challenge.
couldn't finish.
That tells you
Force,
something, dude. Force, and I
dude,
was guaranteeing
wow.
achievement after every stage.
Force plays.
I
some
did
of the
not want to
worst
freaking go through
games,
it.
Too.
That's
some of the
awesome.
worst.
So just avoid it, guys. It's not even a real review. I just want to get out here and tell you, freaking avoid that shit.
All
Don't
right.
even get excited by the budget price, dude.
All right.
It's terrible.
Word. Quick and dirty. Infernal Total Ass for the 360. Kansu, you're the only one who should buy it. Next up, Tales of Monkey Island part 1. Now, if you remember last week, the
It's Secret of Monkey Island.
Secret of Monkey Island, the special edition, Force really down on it. Hopefully, some of you guys heard the call of the EG hosts and actually went out and experienced some of those games. I did have 1 or 2 guys message me through the week, and they didn't necessarily say, hey, I picked up these games and played it, but they're like, just want you guys to know I'm with you on that shit. By the way, you guys didn't mention Grim Fandango, which is one of my favorites. Although
Grim
I think
Fandango
we did.
is, yeah.
But anyway, the point being, like, I'd love to hear from any of you guys if you did indeed go back and play any of the classics. So, Force, this one I'm actually interested in, but what I think I'm going to end up doing is probably wait till all 5 chapters are out and go.
That might be a smart way to do it.
Yeah,
that
I
might be
think
a smart way to do
I'll
it.
probably do it that way.
I
too.
like the
Play it
fact that
start to
Steam
end.
offers you, because it's like $10 an episode, but Steam for $35 you can get all 6. So that's not a bad deal, dude.
Right.
Like
It's
$6
kinda like a
an
season
episode.
pass, right.
I think that's pretty sweet, guys. If you do decide to purchase it, that's the way to go. Don't piecemeal it. But I had just played Secret of Monkey Island, so like I was really in that vibe. Because like I played Sam & Max, their redo of Sam & Max, and it was all right, but I only made it through 2 of the 6 episodes. And Wallace and Gromit didn't really do it for me. Tales of Monkey Island, I was like, I'm going to give Telltale another chance. And I'm happy to say that I did. I had a lot of fun with it. They really captured that Secret of Monkey Island vibe. The voice acting was right along par. Some of the same stupid jokes, the same puzzles. You just got to find pieces. You can't really die in the game or
Throwbacks
screw up.
to the original games?
Bunch of throwbacks. Just in the few things, there's been lots of throwbacks. And I like the fact, too, that you're thrown right into, like, this stuff you're seeing, this battle with LeChuck, it is the beginning of the game. You're thrown right
I like
into this.
LeChuck, by the way. It looks awesome.
LeChuck, too, the big twist on this story is your guy ends up sucking LeChuck's power. This is not a spoiler because the whole game's going to be based on this.
Right.
Your dude gets possessed. He sucks the evil out of LeChuck, so his right hand is possessed with LeChuck. So his right hand's constantly doing shit to him during the game. That's hilarious. But LeChuck becomes human because of it. So it's like this nice little spin because you've always seen LeChuck as this bad guy. He's now human and like giving flowers to your girlfriend and stuff, like being nice to her. So it's just like this weird little spin on instead of him being the evil dude. Now you're going to try to stop him from being the nice guy and winning her the nice way. So I like that they did that spin, but it's still in that same Monkey Island vibe.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the interface and how that works. I see. It looks like he's selecting some dialogue here and stuff.
There is dialogue choices like before. Here's one of the things that bothers me about the game is that it's not point and click. That really bothers me in the
So
game because
how
it
does it
should
play?
be. The way it works is you hold your mouse over the character and a circle appears and you drag it in the edge of the circle you want him to walk.
Okay.
I found that extremely difficult all the way to the end of the game, to the point where I use my mouse to click on items and actually use my keyboard with the shift key because you can sprint with shift. So I'd sprint and walk with my arrow keys clicked on puzzles with my mouse. So in that sense, you can't. I didn't play it with just one hand like you did the old ones where you just use a mouse. I found it much better to use the keyboard to move my guy. But the inventory management is actually much easier. It's just interacting with items this time around. There's not like a whole lot of, you find an item, you can view it in your inventory and get hints about it, use it on an object, or combine it with another object. All the inventory has been simplified, but it makes it really easy to find stuff and to figure out what to do with it because you kind of know this game you can't die. So eventually one of those items that you have, if you just figure out the right way to combine it or use it on something, you'll probably end up solving the puzzle. It's having just replayed the first one, it starts you off. You get stranded on this one island. It's all about solving this island to get a boat and get off it. Very much like Secret of Monkey Island was the first one. The first time around, they nailed
Dude,
the
it
humor.
looks like if you didn't play Secret of Monkey Island that this game is fucking gayer than AIDS. Seriously.
Let me tell you,
it looks horrible.
it is from a different time of gaming. It really is.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
much more throwback to the old school users than it is trying to capture a new audience. I personally believe, because it's one of those games where it's all about using your brain, talking to people, listening to their stupid jokes, trying to get that. You know, when he says YouTube, he really means a tube shaped like a U. You know, getting around some of that stupid humor that this game is famous for. But I really got into it, and I ended up playing through the game, getting off the boat. It took me about 30 minutes to get to the island. You know, you solve your initial battle on the boat. And then in about 3 hours, I found my way to solve all the way through the first island. And it had me the whole time. It's short.
So if you didn't play the original, honestly, are you?
This
gonna,
would not. This
you're
would.
not
I don't
gonna-
think this would sell you on the series. I think it would be better for you to get the Secret of Monkey Island redo first. Make sure you can hack that before you
That
jump into
style
this new one.
before
That
you-
style.
okay.
Because it's a totally different. We're so shooter, kill,
Right,
action
right.
that it's a different
And-
vibe.
and
And I
it-
like
it-
that vibe. I like that change of pace.
You really don't get that many games that have LOL moments. I mean, you really don't.
And even this game, guys, there's a lot of groaners in it. They stretch some of them, but there's still some freaking laugh out loud moments. Your hand is awesome. The fact that your hand controls itself, it's possessed by LeChuck. The voodoo lady appears in it.
Right.
You know, there's lots of throwbacks to the old games.
Awesome.
I had a blast with my
I'm
3
definitely
hours.
all over this.
All 6 episodes, guys. If each one of them's 3.5 hours long, and I'm looking at a 20 to 25 hour game total, it's going to be awesome. I'm hooked for the ride after this first episode.
Awesome. And there's 5.
Is there 5, not 6?
Oh, 6.
I think
Okay,
I thought
6.
there was 6 episodes.
No, you're right. You're right. 6. So, Shinji Kun says if you get ad block plus for Firefox, it will get rid of those ads. So there you go. Your friendly Shinji help
There you
for
go.
Ustream
Awesome.
and whatnot. I'm definitely going to be all over that game. Despite Ed, I can understand. Mike and I grew up like
No, I played the original.
boxes of
I
floppies.
played the
and
original, but like,
it's not your thing anymore.
no. I
Pass
think
it.
I think we've come so far ahead that even like when we're doing the throwback games, they could make them better.
You don't like just
But
like
see, the
but
thing
it's like
is
totally
like,
using your mind, like brain teasers,
No, I like
solving
brain
puzzles.
teasers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
They
puzzle
also
games,
they
dude.
couldn't take the Secret of Monkey Island and be like, we're gonna make it play like fucking Prince of Persia. It just would like
They
as a
tried that
fan-
third-person action with
Yeah.
Monkey Island, and it didn't go over this well. This is going over with me a lot better than Curse of Monkey Island, the last 3D on the Xbox. Guys, I like this
You guys-
much better than that one.
I know I do like a remastered old music, whatever, dude. All I'm saying is when I'm gonna sit down and play a video game, I just don't want this like kiddie, cheesy, quirky.
But
game.
that's what the original games were.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing.
Exactly. And I played them in the 90s.
And you're done
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Well, but if UO came out, you'd play it, even though you played it in the 90s.
I
It just
enjoyed
takes the
UO.
right franchise to redo.
Yeah.
So Overlord 2, Force, this was actually one of those titles that you really enjoyed.
I really
remember you gave-
liked part 1.
Right.
I really
so
liked part 1.
I'm instantly curious as to whether or not you're going to like this one. I've heard some mixed reviews on it, so fire away. This is Overlord 2.
Overlord 2 was, like I said, a game that I was actually excited about. It doesn't really get a lot of hype, but it had its niche audience, and I was part of it, dude. I liked the fact that, those minions solving puzzles, the way it works, is you're a giant overlord. Most of the game is third-person hack and slash with your dude, but you also control minions. And green minions are poison, red are fire, blue are water, green are like can res dudes. And it's all about using your different minions appropriately. And I apologize, blue's actually the resers, the greens are the poisoners. So I was excited to play this game and see what are the new ways that they've came up with to use these minions and keep the action fresh and exciting. And I'm sad to say, guys, there's not a whole lot new to the game.
And that's what a lot of these sort of, I'm not going to call them anti-reviews, but the bad reviewers are the people who are like, I was looking forward to this one, but they didn't give me anything. Like, this would be like, and one guy even made the comparison, like, this would be like if someone told me that Crackdown 2 was basically just like Crackdown, except it had some different story and some different locales.
And that's exactly, and listen, let me tell you the huge innovations in part 2, okay? Your little minions that you run around, now you can find animals in the world and they can ride them. So now some of your minions ride animals, which makes them a little bit stronger. Huge innovation right there, all right, dude? Second huge innovation is now at some points in the game, you can actually zoom down to your little minion, just one little minion,
Right.
and run around and solve some little puzzles as just that minion.
Oh.
I mean, we're talking like epic game-changing movements. And that's what sucks is that those are the 2 big bullet points. Those are the 2 big things. We've brought mounts, and we've brought the ability to play as them in very scripted, specific parts. But the game starts off exactly like part 1. You start off with just a few browns. You've been robbed of everything. You use your browns to solve the world that gives you the reds. You use the reds to solve the world that give you the greens, greens to solve you to get to the blues. And then you finally have all 4 at the very freaking end to solve that last stage. And it was almost exact cut and paste from part 1. I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. But I know those people who did not dig Part 1 aren't going to dig Part 2 at all. If Part 1 didn't sell you, Part 2 is not going to either. I had so much fun with Part 1 that I didn't mind playing through Part 2 again just because I really kind of enjoy that world.
But you are a person who will do that despite not,
Despite the fact there isn't huge leaps, I'll play more of the same.
Let me ask you
this. And that's what it was.
I remember in the first game, you did comment about how the game at least had its sense of humor. As a lot of the trailers were also very, humorous with what they did with them. Does the game, retain that?
It doesn't.
Wow.
Because
it fucking fails all
much
around.
of the humor. You know what I said? Like, when you play Monkey Island, there's some groaners, but there's some laugh-out-loud moments. These are mostly like, oh, my God, that is freaking cheesy. They were cheesy. I wanted to skip through the cutscenes. They were so annoying most of the time.
Here, one user, who's that? Cars Ormery? Am I saying that
He
right?
managed to stomach about 3 hours before he tore it out.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Sorry
guys,
about that for butchering your name.
I could play it. I'm just upset that they didn't freaking innovate anything. That's what really bummed me out. And the fact that they offer online, they offer co-op play. None of it was very satisfying. It all felt very tacked on. And,
so let me ask you.
Let me tell you. Let me give the game defense. There's one moment. There's actually happens a couple times in the game where you use your minions to take over catapults, and you can control huge catapults to take out tons of men. Those scenes are actually a blast. I really like those, but it wasn't enough to make you say, "Oh my God, this game's
so
shit."
Forrest, video game connoisseur, the master of 7. What would you do to take this game from a 7, from an obvious 7, to something?
Honestly, it wouldn't go higher than a 7. It'd actually be a 6 because it's the exact same game that I gave a 7 to. If you have all these years, to develop, I think you should be shooting for a 7.5 or 8. Instead, they did the exact same thing, and it would be a 6 this year. And that's just the way I feel about it. It wasn't that bad, but it brought nothing new to the table, and that made me sad.
Well, I mean, honestly, in everything I saw from Overlord 2, it was kind of like when I saw the new Mario game, the Mario Galaxies 2 stuff.
You're like, expansion pack!
Right, and I'm like, it looks like I couldn't, if you put 2 next to each other, I'd never be able to tell the same. It's obvious that it doesn't make any graphical
kind of
improvements.
huge leaps. No.
Well,
I mean, they do at sometimes push more enemies on the screen at one time, but they're like in such scripted moments, it's just not really worth it.
And Codemasters makes this and published by who? Or is Codemasters the publisher?
Codemasters is a publisher. I don't remember who the developer was.
I mean, is this, in all honesty, is this just them using the engine to make a buck again?
I think it is.
Okay.
I mean, I seriously feel like this is a quick cash-in. I am not excited for Overlord 3. I don't want to see this franchise continue. I think that they used up all their ideas in one good game, and now they're just trying to milk it.
Right.
So for me to get excited about the studio again, I want to hear a new IP.
If it's death to Overlord, I won't be too disappointed. I don't know. I mean, Ed, this actually kind of seems like a game that I would see you play. But
Ed, you know what? The thing is that you would like it. The change of pace in solving the puzzles.
Since I didn't play the first one, I probably would like it.
You probably would, because it'd be all new to you. And I have part 1 if you ever want to borrow it, but it's like...
Well, why would I want to borrow part 1 if I
with
could
part
play part
2's out
2 and
there.
it's the same fucking game?
I mean, solving the puzzle still feels kind of cool, but it's very linear this time around. Like, I just knew what to do having just played the first one. Big disappointment. It's not as bad as Infernal, though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you guys that.
Yeah.
If you had to be stuck on an island with this one or Infernal, choose Overlord.
Overlord, that's it for you, Overlord.
So now that we've killed time, can we move on to the real game review, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
Let's talk about it.
I do want to say real quick that Braid is coming to the PS3 according to the German ratings board, which I think is great because I think everyone should play that game. And I saw someone mention in the chat, I don't know if Braid is a game that I would play again. And, I do partially agree with them, but I think Braid is a game you could play again, kind of like Portal, if you just put it away for a long time.
Let some time pass.
Yeah.
You'll forget what the hell
yeah.
the puzzles were.
Right, exactly.
That's just like with Monkey Island. Like, I kind of remembered some of it.
Right.
But it was sweet rediscovering, and that'll be one that you could rediscover.
Yeah, on PSN, apparently. So, I mean, not saying you're wrong. Not saying I would buy it on the PS3 since I own it on the 360, but I'm just glad that it's getting re-released. But actually, the big title this week for me, probably for the upcoming week, next week we are going to be doing
Fat Princess.
Fat Princess, and then also Force and I had the opportunity to almost beat the entire House of the Dead Overkill on the
I got
Nintendo
my wife
Wii.
to go back with me and beat it, dude. She liked it too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So we're going to actually, I get to review another Wii game. This is like the second one in a month and a half, dude.
There actually might be 2 Wii reviews next week once I try out
Dude,
every
I'll just
sport.
give you a little preview. It was pretty funny because I would be playing with Forrest and I would just be like, these are the worst fucking graphics I have ever seen. And Forrest,
Let me guess. He's like, they aren't that bad, dude.
there would always be
They're
like,
that bad.
they're not that bad. And it's like, dude,
But it wasn't. It's not. You don't play the Wii games for the graphics.
I know, but still.
You gotta get
I
past
mean,
that. You
they're
gotta
so
stop talking
bad
about graphics.
that I was just like
dude,
laughing.
I can't. Graphics are a part of like the game experience for me now.
Dude, Wii Resort looks really. I mean, because they kept it so simple.
are,
It
dude.
does
looks
look nice.
really polished.
It looks
dude.
polished. I'll
I
give it
play
that.
games for the graphics, the gameplay, the soundtrack, the feel, dude. Graphics are a factor for me.
I don't think those graphics are any different than what you would have seen in an arcade. And we played the shit out of them then. You'd still go down and throw down on a light gun game.
But that's when it was like that good.
But now I'm doing it in my home. It's
Have
just,
you
it's
seen
just
House of the
different.
Dead 4 in the arcades?
Yes.
It's fucking bomb compared to that bullshit.
I don't know.
Come on, dude.
I don't know.
You got
These
a
are my
machine
church
gun,
jeans,
dude.
Different.
dog. Why everybody's bumming on my church jeans? They're holy.
They're holy. So, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 1,200 points, released on PS3. I told you a few news of the weeks ago that I wasn't bummed about this because all my sticks are on 360. I've been playing it on 360. I know a lot of guys like on Shoryuken and stuff are playing on the 360. So there's already a good competitive base. But I will just come back and say it was about 5 months ago that actually I went to Gamers for $35, bought a Dreamcast, enough controllers to go around. We played for probably about a month, not like super hardcore. It was definitely like just a kind of play for fun. And dude, like, have they really changed this game much? They added a couple graphic filters. You can see more of the play space. But dude, what I love about it is it's bringing back a game that has already withstood the test of time. The fact that EVO and all these other big video game competitions still play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 says something about it. But what's beautiful about it is now a whole nother wave of people who are now into Street Fighter and who have gotten introduced via, BlazBlue or King of Fighters
Who
or
thought
Soul
Iron Man kicked
Calibur
ass.
or like, fuck, man, I want to play as Wolverine, like all these new guys come in and it's literally like fucking clear and just injecting and just fucking bringing the heartbeat back for Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
It's good too, and
fucking awesome.
To go back to something. We didn't give this game much gameplay. I mean, we played it like you said for a month or so, but think about the games we were playing at that time. There was Rival Schools, Power Stone, EX,
Alpha 3.
Dude, we played the shitload of Marvel vs. Capcom when it first came out.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
he was
we
talking
did.
about just a few months ago when he rebought the
I'm
Dreamcast.
talking about when we bought the Dreamcast.
I thought originally.
No,
like, I
but
didn't put a-
originally we put a lot of time in, but we were not playing at a level that like
we're
even
playing
now,
yeah.
we like I don't know if that's Street Fighter, I don't know if that's just evolution of like we were total fighting game
You should be
noobs.
playing Tekken all the time.
Maybe
It was,
I was.
no doubt.
I was definitely I was all Tekken all the time then. But we fucking get 5-6 guys around. Everyone has their own teams.
So
and
yeah.
it's like
Okay. What is your lineup? We play with multiple lineups. I've got my like, okay, I'm gonna embarrass you crew that I come out with, and then I've got like, okay, I've played you a few games. I feel bad about your gameplay, so I'm gonna use these guys. Like, who are your top 3 characters that you like to? I already know, but go ahead and tell.
Well, so lately I've like completely switched up. In fact, I don't think I could tell you, other than Tron Bonne, who my original characters were back in the day. But lately, and this is totally like a scrub team as they call it. Like this could not go in and win a tournament, but I like to, I'm just playing. I'm playing to win, but I'm definitely playing like who I want to play right now. And my lineup is Cammy, Tron Bon, and against my better judgment, Akuma.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and you're good with him. You're good.
Yeah, but
that
his stamina
Akuma,
sucks,
dude, that
and he gets
Akuma
chewed up.
combo.
Yeah.
Though his super combo that you
Yeah.
can do is pretty good.
I also like Captain Commando throwing him in there as well. Too.
Right. Force.
Shoot, I don't even, what's the dude with the sword?
I know who you're talking about.
Guy with the sword, Wolverine, Akuma. But then I just started recently messing around with the big dudes, the screen fillers, the Juggernaut, and the frickin' Sentinel, and the who's the Black Devil looking dude?
Blackheart.
So I just started messing with them, and I like too the fact that like I was only played like Street Fighter characters back in the day because that was like all I knew.
Right.
And I'm like rediscovering the whole mark because I always threw Wolverine in there because he was basically a Ken, you know, the same type of moves.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I'm throwing all the Marvel in there and kind of rediscovering the other half of the screen. Now that I realize that that's all freaking anyone plays, and I'm getting my ass handed to me.
The top half of the
Yep.
screen.
So there are some.
I
Go
play.
on.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. My bad.
I use Guile, of course.
Who's way better in MVC2 than he is in SF4.
I see. You see the
Super boomerang
the
hurricane
super
around
that
him.
he has in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I wish
Dude,
was his super.
If he had a super like that in SF4,
Yeah, dude.
he would be fucking. He would at least be A.
Yeah,
There's no
dude,
doubt
that's-
about it.
That super
He'd be an
so
A tier.
awesome because not only does it catch you if you block, it pulls them into you, so you can start doing a combo move like as they're coming into you.
If they're jumping,
Or if they're jumping into you, you can catch them. It's just the best. Like of all the supers that Guiles have, that one's
Dude,
the
actually,
best.
that would be fucking awesome in 4, dude. Maybe not as wide as it is
Yeah.
in MVC2, but like something where he just like shoots a sonic boom right
and
in front of him.
catches 'em,
If
dude.
you like could dash cancel a flash kick into something like that, that would
Yeah,
be
dude,
fucking
I don't know why
sweet.
they
Dude,
didn't
what if you dash
fucking do
cancel the
that,
quarter
dude?
circle
I
forward to
really-
back
Shut
we'll
up.
see.
Force is like, what the hell is
don't
FADC?
fucking know why they didn't do that. But Rogue and Cyclops, or sometimes I'll take Rogue out and throw Cable in.
Cable. But you know what? It's like once you get some guys together, yeah, you're going to play online. You're going to see a lot of like Storm, Sentinel, Cable, Storm, Sentinel, Cyclops, Storm, Sentinel, insert character here because that's what all like the top tier tournament players play. But honestly, guys, even if you go online, pick 3 characters. I've had total scrub teams give me a fucking hard time, but it's just fun in every way,
I will
shape,
say
or form.
that this game is pretty brutal to newcomers, dude. Pretty brutal.
Dude, if you've played Street Fighter in any way,
No.
shape,
That's
or
not
form,
true.
Because I
dude.
played Street Fighter 4, threw it on easy, bammed through several of the matches to unlock shit. I can't even beat this game on easy. I mean, it's tough.
Really?
It's tough. It's much tougher.
But
Because there's so much more
dude,
shit
Force
you
is
have
right.
to balance.
Look, if I can tell within 1 second of the clock if this guy knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a different
or-
vibe being able to walk up to each other during the
or
countdown.
yeah,
That's weird.
Or you do the first major combo on him that launches him in the air and connects a super, and watch him disconnect. That is the one thing that's driving me nuts in this game so far.
That people just
Don't they get
disconnect.
penalized?
Oh, dude,
Is it still a
people-
loss?
I don't know if it is or not, but people will just fucking straight up DC, dude. Straight up.
I like the get all your friends. Does Street Fighter 4 have this? Get all your
All the
friends
friends in
together
the-
and everyone just take turns
No.
staying
No,
in it?
that's
a
the
freaking
lobby.
sweet
The
mode, dude.
lobby
I
is
didn't even know I was
fucking dope.
playing
Okay.
TGM when I was with you, that we had just like thrown
Yeah, he
another
joined.
person
He,
into
like,
the mix.
joined
That
the
was
lobby.
just
He
awesome.
just joined in our
Didn't
game.
interrupt our game at all.
But we could hear him talking to
Yep.
us like while we were playing, which is great. The lobby function in the game is awesome. There's a lot of good things that they did. There are some bad things though.
There is some.
There's some bad things. So I want to say first off, I've had this experience where I go into a quick match, it finds me an opponent, and then something happens and it takes me to this gray screen. It says A to accept, and I actually have to quit the game and go back into it. That's the biggest glitch I've
dude.
found so far.
I've not experienced that. Glitch. I
Because-
haven't played as many online as you.
And because of the graphical, or because of the 16:9 aspect of this game, some graphics are fucked up. When Jin comes in, a giant robot hand comes out and puts him down. like his robot hand isn't drawn past his fucking, you know.
You
Yeah,
can see more of the field than you're supposed to.
There's-
They intended
There's
you
some
to.
sound issues,
There is some shit
which
like
causes
that.
a bit of lag.
Sound issues are causing lag, like when you're player selecting. But the important thing is that like I don't even fucking care because it's faster. It loads way faster than the Dreamcast, way faster than the Dreamcast.
Yes, it
version.
does. It does.
And once you're in game, it's fine. And honestly, the online's really solid. Been having a great time with the online. I have yet to have a match where I was like, holy fucking shit, that was horrible.
You know what I'm getting sick of though in this game? I'm gonna take you for a ride.
Oh my god. How can you get sick of
Gonna
that?
take you for a ride.
I want to know. If you're disappointed at all.
Gonna take you for a ride.
Are you happy with just getting basically the same game you've been playing,
shit
or are
gets
you sad it
annoying,
didn't get
dude.
the HD remix?
You
know
know,
the sound. The sound is freaking terrible.
I'm
It
gonna tell you
stutters
why I'm
several
excited
points.
for this. Because I believe that Capcom, with not only the release of Tatsunoko versus Capcom, but also the re-release of MVC2, I think that we're on the brink of MVC3.
I hope
so.
I hope so.
I'm excited because, you know, I want people to buy this. If you've ever enjoyed the game, there's no reason not to spend the 1,200 points and fucking totally get hooked on, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 all again. But more importantly, support it so that we can get a third fucking Marvel vs. Capcom. Which in this day and age, like, imagine if they could take, you know, I mean, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is a good-looking game. I hate that it's on the Wii.
I do too.
I didn't realize there was so much 3D going on in it. When
That's
I saw it.
like, imagine if there was Street Fighter 4, Marvel.
Yeah, like,
I mean, fuck,
yeah,
dude.
that would
And like
be
one of
so
the things, it
awesome.
would be a tough game to make because one of the things about Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is like, dude, some of the sprites they straight up stole out of fucking other games.
Yeah.
Like there are some characters that look way better than other characters.
Yeah, like Morgan.
There's a
doesn't look
ton
that good,
of them
dude.
though.
Yeah.
There are a ton
Morgan
of
looks
characters.
bad.
Yeah, Morgan looks bad.
That fucking orange and blue gorilla. Even
Yeah.
Blackheart, I think,
Blackheart
looks like shit.
shit too, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like a big fucking amorphous black fucking gob of shit. Anyways, are there any new characters in the Capcom world or the Marvel world that you would want to see, like in Marvel
Dude,
versus Capcom?
I mean, you could see
3?
Blade. Blade is part of the Marvel world, instantly joining that. I could see freaking,
Blade would be dope.
Oh, you're
dude.
talking about Marvel.
yeah, like new
Yeah.
Marvel properties that you
Or
Well, I
new,
mean,
or new Capcom.
see
you
some
could-
freaking Marvel
I
zombies,
think-
like the zombie version of Wolverine or something like that. That'd
Dude,
be
that,
sweet.
that would actually be pretty sweet. Yeah, Dante from Devil May
Dante
Cry.
from Devil May Cry.
You've got
Dude,
Lost
that would
Planet
be
guy.
hot,
Yeah, they
dude.
could
That
throw in a
would
bunch.
be
Capcom's
hot.
made a bunch of new.
Yeah, Capcom has, but there hasn't been too many, I guess, Marvel additions.
I just
has
wonder
there?
if Marvel is still like.
that
are they
someone
cool
in the
like
chat.
that? Are they still cool like
yeah,
that?
Frank from Dead Rising. Someone actually said that in chat that EA has Marvel. Therefore,
That's
that might not
probably
work.
why.
But
it won't
see,
work.
I think that EA has a deal to make Marvel games. This is a licensing thing.
yeah,
This has nothing to do with who has publishing rights on fucking what games. It's all about, hey, Marvel, do you want to license us these characters? But think about it. Like, I mean, it's kind of dumb to say that'll never happen when they did it with
oh yeah, Beautiful Joe.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
EA.
They did it with Marvel versus Capcom.
EA owns Marvel.
Publishing rights.
No
isn't it?
chance.
What?
The publishing
No.
rights?
They own publishing rights. So when Iron Man comes out,
So what do you think? Capcom would develop a game and let Electronic Arts publish it?
No. I'm saying that it doesn't fucking matter. Those kinds of agreements don't matter. What matters is that Capcom can go to Marvel, knock, knock, knock. We want to license your characters for this video game. We're not making a movie based off of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. We're licensing the characters. I don't.
Now listen.
I think those
do you
are two
think
completely
EA,
different
Do you
things.
think EA would sign a license with someone if there was a chance another company could make something with that license?
It's,
Don't they just go in and be like, "We monopolize this license"? I mean, they
Listen.
don't like to share licenses. They're not big on that. I mean, I hope I'm wrong,
I
but
think
as
I would-
soon as you said EA, I started crying.
Well, Iron Man is Sega, they're saying. DC versus Marvel. Yeah, they did have DC versus
Iron
Marvel.
Man. Do you know what?
That's right.
Listen.
DC versus Marvel totally disproves all that.
And the fact that he just said Iron Man's made
Oh,
by
wait.
Sega.
Or DC versus Mortal Kombat.
Iron Man is published by Sega.
Right.
All right.
So
Never mind. Forget everything I said. I'm not
yeah,
crying anymore.
Maybe I was just taking
Now
some
that
pride
little
in
glimmer of hope has just come back.
Bad info. Sorry.
I will say, you guys don't care about this, but I want to point out that I'm bummed as someone who's new to it. Is that it's a big deal that like all 50 million characters are unlocked right from the get go. Everyone's unlocked.
Yeah,
but
dude,
what that
was
does,
super stoked about
what that does is it keeps me from like
playing the single player.
the single player and wanting to play it and unlock dudes.
Characters.
And when the only world I have to really enjoy is the multiplayer world, it is so unforgiving that it's very tough.
It's just gonna
It's
make
tough.
you get better.
It doesn't
So-
make me get better. It makes me get frustrated.
Did you play some?
I told you I'm 0-14, dude. I got my ass handed to me 14
seriously?
times. I got one win against Wheat out of the freaking 30 games I played. I think I've won 1 or 2 matches. It's
Use
brutal.
different
It's tough.
characters.
I've been trying everyone, dude. And that's the thing is that like even the computer kicks my ass, so like I can't really get into a vibe of like finding some characters that I want to like take to the end or say these are my dudes. I'm picking these 3 every time. I'm going with the cheesy dudes, the guys that I find the shit's easiest
Dude,
to do.
try using like Captain America and
Fucking hold
Sakura
on.
and-
Force was using this combo against me where he had Mega Man out on the field and he had Blackheart's assist where that fucking column of light shoots out from underneath you, and he would just fireball, but not like an actual quarter circle forward fireball, like a press high,
Because
like,
Mega Man's heavy punch is a fireball. So like I discover that guy spam fireball till someone gets close to me and then
Max,
call him my
what
character.
the fuck
and says,
would Aquaman do in a Marvel vs. Capcom?
call in dolphins, dude.
Yeah,
Stab people with his
dude,
trident.
like, here's my swordfish.
Yeah, well, what the frick? I look at Servbot. I'm like, Servbot's making a table. He's pulling out tablecloth. Like, oh my god, run!
Dude, I love Servbot. I like throwing Servbot in the
Servbot.
Servbot is so.
dude.
It's actually
Mark-
annoying
or
that they
we-
have that
we
character in the
hate
game.
Servbot.
I hate
We
him too.
Servbot.
I think it's almost an unfair advantage having this character that you can't
Not really.
kick straight. That you have to crouch for everything. It's annoying.
Anyway, my final thoughts is that this and Street Fighter 4 are now my go-to games. I like the online. I think it's very solid. It's based off of the Street Fighter 2 HDR online. I could see improvements with the lobby system, but I do enjoy the fact that I can spectate a game. I can do, quarters. I got next in player lobbies. I got one other complaint about the game, and it's kind of like a QQ complaint, but I wish that they would give you the option in ranked games to set infinite time. And I
With
know that
3 characters, we went
You
the time
should
limit.
have-
Even I was surviving to
You
the time
should have
limit, dude.
infinite time with 3 characters.
And you know what? And the argument I make about that is that, look, if guys can make ranked lobbies in Street Fighter 4 that are fucking 30 seconds in one round, I should be able to fucking set
What?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. I've accidentally joined them on accident and then fucking laugh when they get owned.
You're like,
But
damn, load screen already. Only 30
they
seconds.
they like do shit to just try, like they'll be Zangief, 30 seconds, they'll just try to throw you a couple times and that'll be it. I mean, think about how much that works on
Oh,
newbies.
yeah.
But I just, I like to play these out. And I know that in the tournament world, that's not how it works, but I'm just saying, I wish I could do it. So,
Done QQing.
I'm done QQing.
We're done.
I
we're done
could-
showing.
I could bitch, yeah, we are. I could bitch a little bit more about a few things with the lobby system. For example, I create a game, no one ever joins. I go to quick match, maybe 45% of the time I get a game.
You actually had to go into that server screen, didn't you? I didn't even know
No,
that server
I did
screen.
custom too. The point being is that every single multiplayer game I've played, I've never been player one, unless it was local.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all these other guys are making lobbies. Like what? I don't know. So
Patience.
I don't know. And yes, Ed did get a few games on me with the pad, and rightfully so.
yeah, dude. By the way,
He didn't destroy
For
it.
some
You
of the
told me,
people-
Ed, you're like, Wheat's going to be destroying his house, dude. He's going to be breaking
I was not
walls and
destroying
shit.
my house yesterday.
He wasn't. We had a lot of back and forth games. It was good.
Yeah, until
And-
the end.
Well, I started using jobber
See,
characters.
Forrest, I actually said that.
He's
to
going to bring
Forrest.
up the
I'm
fact
like,
that he played.
No, I was like, no, I didn't even say that. I was like, in all fairness, Ed was like really kind of shopping around with characters.
I
He
was
fucking around.
and you can shop around because almost every dude.
Besides,
Has the same types of
when we
moves.
play, we like, all right, here comes the team. Like
Yeah,
that's
we'll
what
say,
you know. It's
Here
like
comes
okay.
the team, dude. I'm bringing out my A squad.
So
Dude, let me tell you, if you can't do a fireball, do not purchase this game.
At all.
Guys, I would totally suggest go out and get this. I'm sure you guys agree. Yeah, you guys all bought
it was great.
So.
Yep.
I know that I'll be playing this and Fat Princess and Street Fighter 2 or 4 all weekend long. So if you want to get some games with me, send a message on my 360, and we'll get it on.
Yeah, and then Fat Princess is gonna be on your PS3.
Of course.
Of course. So, and you'll find me this weekend on my PS3
Hell yeah,
playing
dude.
Fat Princess. And if you haven't added me yet, you can. It's Nice
And I
Guy
won't. I'm
Ed.
so sad I'm gonna miss this weekend.
Nice Guy Ed 519.
Nice guy at 519.
Nice and simple.
Word.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for Epileptic Gaming. 4 games down, news of the week, and another episode to come next week, 184. Don't forget, after next week, then we have QuakeCon, then we have BlizzCon, and then Epileptic Gaming will be returning. So I'm sure we're going to just have a review show one week. Anyway.
Well, then it'll be like the summer. I'll get to build up all my 1 games a week for several weeks.
Exactly. It'll work good. So look at that, 12 days to QuakeCon. Holy fuck.
Excited? You better bring me back a freaking copy of Wolfenstein, bitch.
Yeah, I'm going to
we're
try.
We're not going to have the show for 2 weeks in a row, right?
2 weeks in a row. But there'll still be stuff to tune into. Obviously, BlizzCon. BlizzCon on Friday.
Yeah.
And then the week before, QuakeCon on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, I think, through Sunday. So be good times. But anyway, this
lots of good
weekend,
games coming at you, huh?
hop on EG365. They've already got threads for MVC2. They've already got threads for Fat Princess. I think there's going to be some Fat Princess playing going on tonight. You can check out stickem.com/EGDays for that, or head on over to the forums, EG365.net. Don't forget the archives are up at 519archive.com, and also all show news and VODs on djWHEAT.tv. That about covers it. Guys, any final words before we kick this one off?
No,
Not really.
Another good show.
I want people to add me, and I look forward to kicking all your asses because you keep
Thank
talking
God
shit
that was
to me.
not open.
And now I have the PS3.
And let me just
I'm
tell
so
you,
happy.
if you do invite me to a Marvel vs. Capcom game and you beat me, don't come onto this channel and brag about it. It's not worth bragging about.
Yeah, he's already going to tell you.
Dude, I totally kicked Force's ass.
Now if you beat Wheat or myself, then...
But I could just see
There-
someone be like, I totally
there will
schooled Force.
be-
He knows
there
so
will
much
be
about
some-
games, and I whooped him.
some bragging rights if you can beat us. And there are some people that listen to the show that are fucking good
Yeah?
at fighting games. So
Oh, yeah, like Teddy. I'm assuming Teddy's going to get in on it. Let's see what he
Dude,
says right here.
Teddy.
Whatever,
No. Teddy.
Oh.
Whatever.
Anyway, send me an invite. Let me know you want to play. We'll get some games on. Guys, this has been Epileptic Gaming 183. We'll see you next week. Before our 2-week break, it'll be episode 184. Also this weekend, don't forget, live on 3 on Sunday. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.